crucial, man. The little things, intangibles. Baby, close the door, PG. Close it. Close the door. They're trying to help. Look at Rudy. But I don't need to go to the paint. Oh, my God. My jump shot. Bruh. Oh, that's what elite looks like, man. Close the door. What are we doing here, PG? Good double. Random double. Yeah, blow by. But we still there. Leave it. That's the one. That's the one. If Royce beat you, he beat you. You gotta get the rebound, though. What are we doing here? It's all D Mitch. It has to be. Look, Pat Bev playing great defense switch. That's tough, man. That's actually tough. It's tough, man. It's literally D Mitch versus 5 because all 5 is shooting. Look. And then obviously you want the screen. You want to switch. He got the switch. Kill him. Blow by. Help. You already know. And then touch pass. Look at him. He has all the time in the world. My goodness. All the time in the world with a tray ball. That's T-Man. Didn't he show you that he can? How long? How many times? Time after time. Time after time. Touch pass. Mike, look at him. He could even hesitate. Wait. God damn. He said, I've been shooting. Great. Look at him. The man stumbles, regathers, bruh, and still is open. That's why he's smiling. I got the tray ball, man. How you keep leaving this man open? Man, bruh, did Kawhi leave or not? Bro, what are we doing, man? And obviously they hit a 3. What are we doing? Only up 7. It's still not over. You got to close the door. PG, that's all you. Close the door. See, penetrate, and then look at Rudy. Again, all you got to do is penetrate. Rudy now, he's like, he has to get out, and the minute he goes to get out, PG's like, I'm not passing that shit. Break his chest. That's a Gerber. You better serve her. And then now he's late to contest. Break his whole chest. Make him weak. Squeeze it in. And look at the rim, boy. That shit went in, boy. Come on now. Bruh, see, that's why Draymond's defense is elite. It's so tough to guard the corner and guard the paint. He makes it look easy. And look right here. Obviously switch. And then PG thinks that he's shooting. And he be doing this stuff. Just for what? You just gonna run into the paint like that thinking he's shooting and look past and he's wide open. My goodness. D Mitch. I'll kill him if he switch or he don't pay attention. Bro, what are we doing, man? Okay, Donovan Mitchell has to carry. Random double. Good pass. What are we doing here? Good sidestep. Good rebound, but you can see T-Man was trying to help box out Rudy Gobert. Royce O'Neal slips in. Him and Finney Smith be doing that good. What are we doing here? Reggie, he has Royce. Okay, kill him. My goodness. And look, now Rudy is out of position to help. And look, and he has the angle. It's different because Rudy was getting out the paint. And once he blew by, then he's like, okay, I got to get back. So now it's it's levels to this. Now he's not in the same verticality. He has the angle. It's different. Draymond makes it look easy, man. It's different. I try to tell people, man. I'll talk about that after, but I try to tell people, man, it's levels to this. You know what I mean? It's tough. What do we do? My goodness, bruh. And he threw it off of him. But I'm telling you, it's tough, man. It's now because he has to guard the corner and guard the shooter, he's out of position. Go up! We need to stop from here. What are we doing here? Okay, D Mitch, only 4 seconds. Try to draw foul, bruh. He can't do it. Clap the backboard, shot clock violation. You can see Pat Bev. He's like, yeah, that's me. First team. First team. First team. Bruh, what are we doing here, man? You gotta close it out. You gotta see switch with Conley on PG. They want a baby. They want a Gerber. You better serve her. So it's been Reggie, PG attacking. What are we doing here? Oh, that's how you feel? My goodness, Pat Bev. He said that's why I got that bread. Bruh, see T-Man hitting all those threes, unlock confidence from everybody, and the floodgates just open, man. When your role players hitting splashing like that, everyone gets amped and it's over, man. Now everyone puts the team on their shoulder, man. And look at Reggie just killing one-on-one, blow by. My goodness, and one, he's a damn son. He said, I'm strong, boy. You mess with the wrong boy. What are we doing, man? See, it's different now. Contact. What are we? Good tip. Why would you save that? Why would you do that? Throw it harder. Bro, why would you save that like that? What are we doing here? Run it out. Good way, Pat Bev, to kill time. Good way to kill time. What are we doing? Good way to kill time. Y'all up 10. You don't need a rush. You don't need a rush, even though you need a rush from the crowd, because you need to kill them. They'll get loud right here, boy. Show them I'm wild. Come on now. Ooh, Reggie. My goodness, if he fried him right there, it was over the floodgates. My goodness, what are we talking about here? What are we doing? Show me something. Okay, Mitch? They double in randomly. Good pass. That's gotta go. Good pass. That's a great pass. That's a great pass, D. Mitch. It's been on the strength of D. Mitch. But at the end of the day, how much when the deep, like you're not even getting stops. You had a disadvantage when you're not getting stops, and it's the same game plan. Rudy hasn't been taken out 1 minute this whole half. Look at him. Look at him. Look what they doing. Kill. Is he going to blow by and he's going to help? Kill. See, and he's getting on cue. And then look, one more. And then one more look. Kill Rudy. My goodness, bro. That's Game Boy. No Nintendo. Wow. Bro, and you heard me talk about this, man, even on Twitter. Same thing on IG. Same thing here now. Like, it's literally, and there's something to be said for the defensive player of the year getting hunted. Getting hunted like this. And this is why, like, I try to give perspective and try to, like, because again, the trained eye, you see these things. Like, the metrics will tell you Rudy Gobert is the best defender in the league and this and that and all that and the third. Obviously, rim protection and, you know, is crucial. No one's saying it's not crucial. No one's saying it's not important. But there's ways to manipulate the rim protection, but there's not ways to manipulate and replace perimeter defense or hybrid defense. That's something that's the real truth, most impactful thing and most impactful defense, and will never get hunted or will never get sought out, because that's the real value. You can't look at metrics and just look at these numbers, because numbers are skewed. Numbers don't even comprehend what is really happening on the actual court. It's the same thing, like perfect example, just a small sample size. They try to tell you, just a small example. They try to tell you like, oh, this guy has made 15 pull-up jumpers, when their definition of pull-up, if you actually go look at the film, their pull-up just means you dribbled and then shot. And that's different. Someone dribbling and then they go under the screen, then it's like a set shot, like LeBron, right? He's going to dribble, you go under the screen, and he's going to stand there and shoot. It's different than a Katie doing an escape one dribble pull-up. Like, they both will say pull-up, but it's not both pull-ups, right? So it's hard to actually take what you see in eye test in the actual game and put numbers and put it in categories and stuff like that. Like, there's always room for error. Right? These are man-made categories. These are you have to understand the game and see the game, and you can never translate the game into just numbers. That right there is literally in the grand scheme of everything is what it comes down to. There's so many of these metrics that don't do justice. Oh, the rim protected the rim. He did this and that changed the game. Like, come on now. At the end of the day, look at this. Rim protection is secondary. So what I mean is, yes, he's protecting the rim, but look at this. If he's protecting the rim and we don't go up in the rim, and he helps now, if we change, like you saw, we changed the small ball. Protecting the rim, it makes sense for when you have big boys, right? Like a Zubats out there. Because the rim, you're not going to, he's in the paint. Zubats is a paint guy, so it's canceled. But when you have 5 perimeter guys, which is why you see the Mavs have to use Kleba and Porzingis and whatever, like, they, you know, unless you're 5 that you bring in, like Boban was able to punish down low at times, then it's like you can't. That's why DeAndre Jordan is not playable with the Nets, because, you know, at the end of the day, you need shooting. You want small ball. You want versatility. You want mobility, right? Switch everything type of stuff. So what happens is you could go to the rim. And yes, he'll protect the rim when there's another big there. But when it's all guards, I don't need to. If I go to the rim, he's trying to stop me, but I can pass to the perimeter. Like you saw. Bucket, bucket, bucket. So what it comes down to is that perimeter defense is actually more vital, because take it in. If those guys didn't get blown by, if Royce O'Neal didn't get killed, Clarkson, whoever, D. Mitch weren't getting killed, and they actually had good lock-up, contact, perimeter defense, Rudy Gobert wouldn't even have to help the paint. But they're getting beat, which shows you that rim protection is secondary. There wouldn't be a need for rim protection if you lock up the perimeter, which means you're not going to have threes, and you're going to not only have to go to the paint. So now you're going to go to the paint in bad scenarios or bad situations, low clock situations, and the rim protection is there. But when you can't stop the perimeter initial defense, now the paint is just free. And now when we stop the paint, now the 3 is free. And then what happens? You take that rim protector out, And then now, obviously, now it's layup, layup, layup. But looking for the Clippers. If rim protection is the main reason, okay, then why for 2 rounds has small ball worked for the Clippers and Batum has been all of a sudden rim protected, and they've been rim protected by committee. You see now with the Nets, rim protect by committee. Teams that go small ball can rim protect by committee. There's other ways to manipulate the rim protection. There's no other way to manipulate perimeter defense. There's no way. So that's why I try to tell people this whole defensive player of the year, like you literally seen it get exposed. And that's why I love playoffs, because you see narratives, you see things, all these metrics, numbers, analytics get exposed. Whether it's defense, whether it's offense, you see a lot of narratives and a lot of fugazi, just narratives in general, sentiments in general get exposed and get debunked. And this is one of them. Like, you can't have a defensive player of the year get sought out like this and get hunted. And literally every play, almost every play, he was the culprit. And I'm not blaming him, because this is his rim protected instincts. And not only that, go further, Snyder and them, obviously you can see they told him, like, protect the rim and we're going to rotate. And Mans weren't able to rotate, because how can you really rotate as 4 Mans if the big is never going to be able to rotate out? At some point, the big going to rotate out is going to be late, and you've seen it was all on his beam. But like, that's what I try to say. There's guys like the hybrid guys. That's why I'm saying moving forward, they need to change the defensive player of the year because back then of old, it used to be the rim protector is going to be the guy that is going to normally win defensive player of the year. If you go look at it, anomalies happen when the perimeter defender wins it. But most of the time, just a rim protector is going to win it every year. Gasol, Tyson Chandler, the list goes on, rim protector. But that was back in the older eras where there was a lot of post presence. There's a lot of post dominance. Some bigs couldn't shoot. So rim protection was so vital. But now, like mano bigs, like it was a big man's game. Now, like it's a perimeter game. So why would the rim protection, the same rules and the same laws and the same context for defensive player of the year be applicable now in a newer era where rim protection isn't as vital? People, you'll even see, oh, they're dominating the paint. Why don't they go to the paint no more? People shoot threes. That's what they do. That's what they do. So stopping the 3 should be more vital. Perimeter defenders like Ben, Kawhi, Jimmy Butler, Thibault, the list goes on, should be more vital and should be getting defensive player of the years. Or if it's not going to be a perimeter defender solely, then it better be at worst or at best a hybrid defender, meaning he could guard the paint and he could guard perimeter. Never should a sole rim protector like a Rudy Gobert, like a Joel Embiid, should win defensive player of the year. The hybrid guys is what I'm talking about, is the Draymonds, the ADs, guys like that. Guys like that. You know what I'm saying? That could guard the paint and could guard the perimeter. You seen Draymond in that one playing game versus the Lakers, how he was on the perimeter, stopping the pick and roll, gapping, hedging, touching, going back to the paint, stripping, protecting the rim verticality, getting blocks. Like, he was all over the place, contested shots in the corner. Like, he has agility and mobility. So you seen Rudy Gobert, the same verticality. Normally, if you just stand in the paint and he goes vertical, he's going to pad that. Like, he's great at going vertical when he's there. But a lot of the takes you see with Reggie, even the angle was bad because he's literally playing the defensive 3 in the key game, getting out the paint, can't stand there, getting out. Okay, I might go to the corner. Looks like he's going to pass. Oh no, he's going to go up now. Now you're trailing and now you're attacking him on an angle as opposed to being stationary under the paint. And he wasn't. So that's why, like, Draymond still in those situations blocks and has great verticality with mobility that he can get there in time to now have the verticality, and it's not like he's out of a bad angle. There's levels to that. 80s as well as one of them. Those are the 2 main hybrid elite defenders. There's other ones, but I'm not thinking of them right now. But those are the 2 main ones. Those are the guys that should be now you really see their value should be increased. Those are the guys that literally are the best defenders in the league, the hybrids and the perimeter defenders. All this other shit should be removed now. It shouldn't be a rim protector just winning defensive player of the year. You saw this get exposed. You saw it for real. You know what I'm saying? Now that, like, there's something to be said for this. Something to be said for this. This is why I said Ben should have been defensive player of the year. As much as he has his liabilities on defense, he pads. He literally is 0.5 Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? So now when you look at it from that perspective, man, like Quinn Snyder, at some point you got to pull the trigger. Like I talked about in the breakdown. you got to pull the trigger. You can't watch this onslaught happen. Like, man, they're shooting 14 for 19 in the second half. You're seeing a 17-0 run. You're seeing run after run. You're seeing 25-point lead. You could throw out all the numbers in the world. At the end of the day, you're seeing onslaught. You're seeing every bucket they score is tray ball, once in a blue moon paint, tray ball. You're seeing what's happening. Yes, you could blame Mans for rotating, but they're not rotating. Take him out so you don't have to rotate and bring in Ingles and just go small ball. Royce and Ingles at the 4 and 5. Just go small ball. Or Bogdanovich 4 and 5. Like, come on now. Just do that. At some point, you have to adjust. And this is where I say, like, coaches don't adjust. They play the numbers game. You have the analytics. They're an analytics team. You see how Donovan Mitchell doesn't do a lot of mid-range like he normally used to. A lot of it is threes and layups. They're an analytic team. Driving, click, shoot threes. They're like, the Rockets on steroids with better defense. That's what they literally are, right? So when you look at it from that perspective, the old Rockets, right? When you look at it from that perspective, with Capella, not small ball, but the old Rockets, they're literally like that. So when you look at it from that perspective, and D Mitch is the Harden, right? He's not as potent as Harden was, but he is the Harden, right? He's the main guy, shot creating and whatever, and he does do mid range sometimes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they normally do threes. They're more of an analytic bread team. That's how they go with their metrics, obviously. And at the end of the day, like, you're seeing things get debunked. And I know people are in Snyder's ear and probably telling him, like, just play the numbers. Man is not going to keep hitting. Man's not going to keep hitting. Man's not going to keep hitting. Play the long game. At some point, when something is so drastically, like, when you're losing a lead, you can play the long game if, like, you're in a tight game and it's kind of like, okay. Like, when you have a cushion, you could play the long game even somewhat, but at some point, when it's now down to 10, all right, yo, we got to switch it. Like, there's more room for error, but now when you get fully erased, there's actually less room for error. So what I mean by that is when, like, it's a closer game, sometimes it's short-lived where, oh, they had 3 straight threes, when I'm going to cancel that shit, and we're going to adjust because you're losing. You go from tie game or down 5 to now down 10, right, or something like that. So it's like it hurts you more. Now that you're up, obviously you have a room for error where you give cushion. But if whatever you didn't pan out and didn't work, now that room for error doesn't look like a room for error no more. Now it looks like you are so dumb, you made a mistake. How could you lose a 25-point lead? Like, the drastic negativity you get is worse than you making all these adjustments and yes, or you keeping something and you're playing the long game and you go from tie game to down 10 or whatever. You're going to get some flack, but it's not the same as you're up 25. If you're going to do that long game, that shit better pan out. If it don't, you're in for a rude awakening. And that's what you see with Snyder. Like, that was horrendous. Especially when you're not up 3-2 and, like, you can go home for a game 7. Like, you're back. This is your game 7. This is your game 7. Your back's against the wall. You can't play. You don't play with cushions like that. You make, 17-0 run off of one thing. All right, timeout. Yo, Rudy, come out. Let me see something. If it doesn't work, okay, Rudy, go back. Like, at least try. You didn't even try. Like, that's crazy, man. That for me, normally, like, you know me, I don't ever blame coaches. I always say it's about the players at the end of the day. Coaches, obviously a 1-2 scheme, but at some point, even players recognize this. But, like, how can Donovan Mitchell carry? He's trying to do as much as he can. They're still scoring. They're still even sometimes cutting the lead to 4. Like, they're still trying, but every play on the defense is bucket. It's a team game. Like, you got to get stops. You got to get timely stops. You can't even get timely. Like, literally, like, that's what you've seen. The Clippers have no fear because it wasn't like an ISO came down, palms are sweaty, and it's now ISO. Damn, if the shot create, who's going to get a bucket? What are we doing? Hierarchy, like, all of it. It didn't come down to that. It's the same thing. I'm just going to attack the paint. It literally was like, it was like a run for them. It was like going to a run, and all I got to do is do this and pass, do this and pass. Like, it was one of those, like, high school games. You know, when in high school, that comes back, they just full court press, and it's not really like, man's are shot creating anymore. It's just up tempo, full court press, get a steal lip, pass 3. Like, it's not really, it's a team game at this point. It's not like an ability, palm sweaty, switch, ISO. Like, it's not one of those games. This is what it came down to. It looked like one of those high school games. You just do the same thing every time, and it's working. Man's palms aren't going to be sweaty from that. Man's are going to hit open threes. Like, it's just floodgates, like, at that point. So that's what happened. And you gotta tip your hat off. This is Ty Lue completely outcoached Snyder. Ty Lue has been literally pushing the right buttons. Ty Lue's been making the right adjustments. I told y'all that Ty Lue is a Hooper's coach. Like, his IQ runs deep. His IQ runs deep. I've seen it already versus when the Cavs faced the Golden State Warriors, knowing how to switch, knowing, okay, we're going to pick on Steph. We're going to do like, his brain is working. His brain is working. This man has won a ring as a first-year coach. Like, his brain is working. So he's not like no scrub. I already know. That's why I'm like, okay, Tyler at the head now. He's going to make all the decisions. Everything's on him. You see him making the decision. He's like, he's stamped. He's stamped. Down 0-2 twice to win both. In 1-7, 1-6. He's stamped. First time Clippers go to the conference finals while you see Doc struggling, even though, again, it's coincidence. I'm not going to blame Doc for that shit. But you seen him pull the right. He pulled, get Ben out, and he was forced. It's not like he pulled him out. He been out because of foul trouble, and Maxey came in and fried. But, you know, that one, Philly, I just never trust, regardless who the coach was. It's just they have a clash in play style. But anyways, you know, you seen Ty Lue basically showing you a difference. So when you look at it from that perspective, man, I'm like, Ty Lue is what elite looks like, man. You got to trust Ty Lue, all fails and all fails. And now let's do a quick preview of the Suns because it's a quick turnaround. They play on Sunday. So by this video come out, I'm not going to do a separate video of the Suns, you know, versus Clippers breakdown. I'm just going to talk about this quickly, as quick as I can. It's hard to get a breakdown. It's hard to actually have an assumption of what's going to happen because we don't know Kawhi's status. We don't know Chris Paul's status. If I had to assume Chris Paul, I think he's vaccinated. And, you know, because of COVID protocols, he was positive. So he has to get 2 negative tests. We don't know, you know, for him to act 2 negative tests back to back for him to actually be official. And the game starts Sunday, 3:30. So he's obviously going to miss game 1. That's guaranteed. The healthiest he could be ready for, I think, is Tuesday. So maybe game 2, but they didn't say nothing. So I don't know. At worst, he's going to miss only game 1. But most likely, minimum, he'll probably miss the first 2 games. Maybe game 3, you don't know. But, you know, it's going to be at least for 2 games, D-Book versus Paul George. Just lone superstars or guys who are trying to make a superstar case when I believe they're superstars. If you have a trained eye, you know that they're superstars because situations is everything. But, you know, they're 2 guys that are like on the all-star, superstar, hybrid, whatever, superstar to some, all-star to some. But they're trying to guarantee I'm a superstar wherever I go, wherever table I sit at. I'm at the superstars table. So, you know, that's what they're trying to do. So that's going to be a great battle. And they have on-court beef that they had all season. You know, PG's like, you think this shit's sweet and all the whatever, right? Because of the bubble, Mans came at him, whatever. So they have on-court beef. I'm pretty sure, you know, Mans are hoopers. They don't have off-court, but on-court beef they do. So we should see how this battle goes out. I'm excited to see it's a 1v1 in terms of those 2. But then again, you know, this is one for the first time, Phoenix Clippers might not be able to get away with small ball because Ayton will punish the small ball. Ayton has post game. Ayton will get offensive rebounds. He'll dunk like he's not like a offensive liability. Face up like he could kill. So you might not be able to kill with the small ball. You might have to actually rely on Zubats and run that game. So, you know, we'll see. Obviously, they probably will start Zubats to start and then go to the small ball if it's not working. But, you know, we'll see how that one transpires. It's hard to kind of get a gauge because there's so much uncertainty. If it is just to stay Devin Booker versus Paul George, I think the Clippers could win that. But I also do think the Suns could win that. Like, the Suns ain't no joke. Like, they've been getting better and better and better and better as the rounds go on. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they have extreme confidence. They're fully rested. Young team, athletic. And, you know, this is what happens. The Clippers make a lot of mistakes a lot of the times. The Suns will make you pay for that shit. They're not going to go missing 3. Like, they're going to make you pay for that shit. So, this is, like, honestly, like, a part of me is saying I'm 50-50, to be honest. Like, it's hard for me. Even if they were both healthy, even with Kawhi, like, I'm 50-50. Like, the Suns could win. Like, I always thought that the Suns could go to the finals. I always thought that. The Suns could win, especially they have closers, CP and D-Book, and the closing for iffy. Like, for the Clippers, they're iffy in a lot of things, right? They go down 0-2. You can't afford to go down 0-2 versus the Suns. You know what I mean? Like, so there's so many uncertainty with the Clippers sometimes, right? Even with them playing well during their 4-game stretch of a win streak and all of that type of stuff, right? But the Suns are on a what? They're on a 6-game win streak, so, or a 5-game win streak. So, you know what I mean? This one's an up in the air. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, but this is a pick'em. This is actually a pick'em. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, it's True Talks, because True Talks. Share, like, and subscribe. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. You already know. You know, click the notification button so you know when I'm here. Because I'm here. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. That's what elite looks like. Again, share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We out here, man. Y'all normally know there's like, bro, we're not supposed to be doing these on the weekend, but I try when it's that serious. I do it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, it's never ending. So I gave y'all a quick one, or gave y'all a good one. Tried to at least to hold y'all until Monday. You know what I'm saying? Because game 1 on Sunday. So you already know. And then obviously the game 7 with the Nets. We'll see how that goes. But let me know what y'all think. Again, in the comments section. I appreciate y'all. You already know. Again, click the link below to follow all my social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter as well. You already know. So you know when I'm here, because I'm here, boy. And as well, for y'all that want to help, donate to your boy, you can click the Patreon link for, set it and forget it, for a monthly donation as little as, $2 a month. And then you could also click the PayPal link if you want to, donate a one-time donation and basically, just a one-time, help your boy out and all of that. But I also want to shout out your boy for the, the $100 donation. Damn, I forgot his name. Hold on, give me a second here. To my boy Antonio Anderson. That boy, obviously gave Mans, a big donation. I appreciate you, man. You already know I was supposed to give you a shout out from time. And I'm going to start doing that. Mans that donates, I'll give you all set shout outs. You know what I mean? And also, too, later down the line, there'll be merch involved as well, too, with some of these, these donations and stuff like that as well. But we just grinding for now. And then, things will change soon come. But, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate this guy as well. And for y'all who also has been donating, I've been seeing you, as well as some of y'all that have been on the Patreon, and set it and forget it. I see y'all as well. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who you are. The day ones, y'all been here since day one. You feel me? Just keep spreading the word. Get me to 5K by the off season. By the time the finals hit, I want to be at 5K. Help support your boy, man. I can't do this without y'all. Help support your boy. You already know. And we keep grinding and we keep getting out there. You already know, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the true fans. That's what we call y'all. The true fans, the true crew. Whatever. Y'all come up with something, man. Come up with something to call yourselves, man. Because you already know I want to come up with something, but we in this together. So come up with something. Y'all comment in the comment section what y'all think y'all should be called. Y'all be seeing all these YouTubers be having like some type of force, some type of squad, some type of mob. You get what I'm saying? Y'all could come up with something and I could put that on a t-shirt. You feel me? Put that on a t-shirt. You feel me? But I appreciate y'all, man. At the end of the day, comment in the comment section below. Like I said, let me know what y'all think. And again, spread the word, boy. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. You feel me? Let's get it, boy. Congrats to the Clippers. Conference finals, man. And without Kawhi. Crazy, boy. You already know. And I'm out, man.